Okay, it may well be that the war that's seemingly so impossible, where's it coming from? It's not going to happen type thing. It may be that it could happen quite easily because if the Antichrist actually takes over the world, which he is supposed to do, and people get wind of that he has taken over the entire world with a microchip or something like that, if people get wind of that, it may actually be enough to start wars. Um, I think that, and so might, if certain people are starving to death, and other people, like in communist countries, have food and they don't, that could be enough to start like little skirmishes and wars there too. I think we're kind of overestimating. Well, there's no war, so it can't happen. Um, because I can quite honestly see if that white horse, the very first horse, takes over the whole world, because that's what he's supposed to do, is going forth conquering and to conquer the whole world. Um, if he takes over the whole world with or without military force, um, it's going to be enough. There's probably going to be aggression there, regardless if he uses force or not, because he's supposed to actually come in with a really smooth tongue. So everybody's supposed to like like him. He's supposed to be really charismatic and all. So when he takes over the world, he may do it in a very charismatic way, but people are going to realize who he is. And when they realize who he is, if his name is Apollo, if people realize who he is and that he's actually taking over the world, there very well may be some wars in there that nobody has really planned for. But you see, some people like ISIS and whatnot could favor him because they know. I think that these top people all know each other anyway. Um, they run in the same circles. Um, so it's weird to see one that's communist and one that's, the one that's more free enterprise type settings, because the communist dictators all know these other people, and they all run in the same circles. They all deal with each other. They trade with each other and whatnot. Now, I think a lot of that is like agreements that are like hand under the table type agreements that just are agreements that are hidden between them. But I think that even the communist leaders are kind of in agreement with some of the other leaders of the world. Of course, they won't be one of the 10 kings appointed by Apollo, probably, but I think that they all kind of know what's going on, and because they're not at war with each other right now. They're at war with the truth, which you can see when they're trying to suppress the media and stuff like that, or take over the media and give false headlines. And um, just there's so much that they try to do to shield people from what's really going on. Like when there's sweatshops and stuff like that, you're not going to see. All you're going to see is the product, which is a really good product. Um, and when they abuse people, you don't see that part. You just see the really good product. But there will be people that will be being abused who are willing to go to war with these people, is my guess. But anyway, so the war horse, it kind of takes me back, because if there's no war horse, there's probably not world leadership yet. Um, so even though it seems like one person may rule the world, not so far they don't, but they will. And that's the thing to watch out for, is when one person's running the world, you have your white horse there, and then you can go on with the wars. And it kind of happened a bit out of order, but not really, because the inflation has done this throughout time. It happened during the Great Depression. War happened around that time too. Um, a lot of things have happened that could cause the end of the world, but it hasn't happened yet, or it hasn't happened in the right order, or it hasn't happened to the full extent. But now they got that RFID chip out, so I think that it may very well, if it's going to happen, it may happen the whole way this time.